in the NBA playoffs all-time scoring list. He had 39 points, and now LeBron trails the great Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the all-time leader. LeBron trails him by a little under 200 points. I think LeBron can do it if he plays a few more years. So the Cavaliers still looking good. They're up 2-0 on the Toronto Raptors. The San Antonio-Houston series, that's an all-Texas series. That one is knotted up at 1 game each. San Antonio won on Wednesday night, 121-96. Another shout-out for Kawhi Leonard. He had 34 points to lead the Spurs. So, yeah, the NBA playoffs are definitely heating up here in the States, Austin.
I know, Sonny Young, quick one. Maybe you celebrated too early about your team's entry into the playoffs, but good luck, Sonny. And, of course, Kawhi Leonard has been on fire, actually, but because we're just busy talking about Russell Westbrook, a lot of people didn't get to see it. Sonny, let's talk about Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua. You said Anthony Joshua is going to win. Well done. But did you expect it to get to round 11?
I really didn't think the fight would go that long, Austin. Major kudos to both Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko. I was not expecting that type of performance from Klitschko. Both fighters knocked down with really strong punches. Both fighters got up. But AJ right now, Austin, seems like the king of the heavyweights. And I think it's great for boxing. I think he's a great ambassador for the heavyweight division. Will there be a rematch? I mean, they signed a 2-fight clause. I don't know. I tend to think Klitschko might retire at this point at 41 years of age. But, you know, that was one of the best fights I've seen in terms of the heavyweights, Austin, in a long, long time.
I totally agree with you, Sonny. And for Klitschko, when you receive that sort of uppercut, start thinking about retirement. But, Sonny, do you think we'll see Deontay and Anthony Joshua anytime soon?
Well, I would love to see that fight this year, Austin, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know whether Deontay is a drawing card in Europe or even some of the bigger boxing places here in the States. I mean, you had 90,000 people at Wembley Stadium for Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko. Deontay Wilder has been fighting at home in these smaller places like Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He hasn't been fighting in Vegas or New York City. I don't know whether Deontay Wilder at this stage is the drawing card. He's not the drawing card that Anthony Joshua is, but he's unbeaten. I think he's a logical future opponent for Anthony Joshua, but tough to say whether he'll fight him this year.
But do you think a fight with Tyson Fury will get us talking? Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury.
You know, as much as I sort of hate that fight, there's a part of Tyson Fury that attracts boxing fans with his wacky statements that he makes, Austin. So I know that fight would probably be another sellout at Wembley Stadium if they fought there, two British heavyweights, although we got to give props to Anthony Joshua. I know he's got that proud Nigerian heritage, but I think they would both draw the fans if the fight was held again.
I totally agree also. Thank you so much, Sonny Young, for the updates. And Sonny, anything for us before you leave? No, don't throw a punch.
One quick shout out for the Kentucky Derby. That'll be on Saturday. It's America's greatest horse race. There's a one-eyed horse named Patch, and I'm going to be cheering for Patch on Saturday, Austin.
Okay, thank you so much, Sonny Young, for talking to us. Always a delight.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Voice of America correspondent Sonny Young giving us updates. Wow, everybody talking about that fight, Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua. Guys, for a long time we'll still be talking about it because we've not seen that sort of fight from the heavyweight category.
I'm getting confused now. I mean, I've got past the fight, but what's going to happen? There's an Ortiz that is the WABA or WBA mandatory challenger is waiting in the wings. There's Tyson Fury who's telling us I can beat AJ with one hand behind my back. There's Deontay and the rules.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he might get to vacate one of his belts because some of these things if you don't fight the mandatory challenger, the owners of the belt will say, it happened to Tyson Fury. A lot of people will argue that was how Anthony Joshua became the IBF champion. But I would love to see unification bouts. That's what I would love to see. He just took the wind out of my sail by telling me that Deontay is not a big draw. But talking about boxing, I think that's the best fight all of us would love to see. But I do agree it doesn't have the drawing power.
Doesn't have the drawing power, and again, we might just hype it and it will give us the sort of fight that we want. So let's just leave them for now. Let them do whatever they want to do. When we want to talk boxing, the show not continue. Let's get back to the Channels National Kids Cup. Everyone is talking about it. And the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria today in Bauchi, they said, Channels Television, well done. We love what you guys are doing. And they gave Channels Television commendation. Channels Television received an award for grassroots football development.
I mean, that's what we're looking for in this country, grassroots football, because we have these talents. Nobody sees them, they don't have this opportunity. But I just feel with this exposure, everybody's seeing them right now on the TV, their names, their names, you can follow them up. And I just feel even the schools where they are, the schools has a lot also to play in this role, because these boys, they are quite young, primary school. I mean, primary school. These guys, within a short while, within a year, they get to the secondary school. I just think they should just be this kind of a body that should just follow up these guys, pick some talents, they follow them up from, don't just abandon them, because if after this tournament it's not about winning and we don't hear of these guys anymore, maybe some of them might just relocate from Lagos State, they go to another state, that is the end. They don't see this opportunity anymore. Right. So I just feel they should just follow them from now. Just don't give that space. Just follow them grassroots. In less than 2 years they might be playing for on the 15 MPFL. You saw the highlights of the.
We have about 4 players from the Channels National Kids Cup there.
Yeah. So what are we saying? So that is what I think they should do. They should be this body organized, just to follow up these kids. Just follow them. Don't give them that room to just maybe after the tournament we don't get to see them anymore. You just follow those names up.
So that's it. Channels Television has been honored with an outstanding award. You saw the correspondent in Bauchi, Hajara Aliyu, receiving the award. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll go back to Bauchi to listen to the sights and sounds. Don't go anywhere. Stay.